Hey, what's up guys, it's Talon, and today we're going to be coaching a Master Olaf and Shyvana player. So this video really does talk a lot about sort of invading and playing around jungle, so thinking a lot more about the jungle matchup. The jungle missed these camps so we can invade, or the jungle's here so we can make this decision, that type of thing. So if you're interested in learning more about invades and playing around enemy jungle pathing, definitely stick around for this coaching. If you're interested in getting coached by me, a rank 1 Sovereign solo queue player and a 5-role Sovereign, DM me on Discord, Talon1169, or through the link in the description to my Discord server. It's $25 for an hour of coaching. Anyways, hope you guys enjoy.
And then I chilled kind of after that mostly.
Gotcha.
And then I just played the occasional rank game and ranked up.
What's your goal like at this point? Because obviously season ends soon, so I'm assuming you don't have like a rank goal for this.
I don't really have a goal. I'm basically just preparing for next season, really. Like next season, I want Grandmaster for sure.
Yeah.
I'm just going to get to Grandmaster, how much Grandmaster takes to rank into that.
And so is your screen sharing. Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's fine now.
I'm going to walk closer to the router.
Yeah, no, I think you're fine now. It might just randomly cut out every now and again. Sometimes that happens. Are you mostly playing a Mumu still, or like, no?
Yeah, I'm basically playing 3 champions. It's like Olaf, Shyvana, and a Mumu.
Okay.
And I'm gonna pick whatever makes the most sense for the game. It's like Olaf is basically anti-CC, and he counters a lot of people, so he's like a pocket pick. And then Shyvana just kind of a little bit better at ganking, but plays similar play style. They both side lane, split push really well. So
yeah.
Otherwise, Shyvana and they both jungle really good, or AP plus a tanky or whatever champion with a Mumu.
Yeah, that's a good champ pool. Nothing wrong with that. Do you have anything before we go in, or you want to just go right into it?
No, not that I can think of.
Okay, cool.
I'll pull up an Olaf game just because I haven't shown you Olaf yet, and I don't have, unfortunately, a Shyvana game, but I really wanted to. I don't have a ranked Shyvana game.
You can organize it by ranked, by the way. In like the top right-ish area where it says all matches, you change that to ranked.
That's sick. Yeah. That's useful. Talon, a useful person. Okay, so we'll do this game just because he's my last Olaf game.
Okay.
And I don't know, like, what do you think the best games to show you? Like, I mean, I don't want to show you a game where I know I made all the mistakes, because I made all the mistakes and I recognize them. I may as well show you a game that I don't know.
Generally, it's based on like how you feel you lose a lot of games. So if you lose a game in certain type of matchups, or you struggle to close out games, you're showing me a game where like you get ahead and then you don't know what to do from there. It doesn't mean you have to actually lose the game. You can still win the game, but a game where like that type of thing happens, you're confused on. However, most games show similar like habits, so it's mostly fine to show whatever game. But if someone's like really wanting to prepare, that's what I tell them. Also, did we talk before about recalling and then going?
No, that's my normally that's my go-to.
Yeah.
Is like I basically pick whatever ward makes the most sense. If I think they're going to invade, maybe I take not a pink ward. If I think they're going to kill it, like.
Well, I'm against somebody that typically like there's no like it's not used like they get 30 gold and like a tiny bit of XP. The reason for it is just for you to know that they're there. So like if you see a Pantheon killing it.
Well, basically, I just don't like every so often I get put in a situation where I take a pig board. I'm against someone like a Pantheon, like say this game, they like to invade at level 1. I don't know why, or I leave at my level. I just get invaded all the time with Pantheons. So they kill the pink board, which is like, okay, I know he's there, but I don't know if he actually invaded or not. Maybe he just ran back. And occasionally they just run back and they do their normal clear, and then I meet them on their side, and it's like not what I want.
All you do is you clear your blue buff and you walk to his red side. Because if he invades your, like, even if he doesn't invade, but he takes your control word at say 10 seconds, he's going to walk to his blue side. He's not going to walk all the way to his red side. So then you do your blue, you walk to his raptors, you take his raptors, you maybe take Krugs. Probably not going to actually take his red buff, but you could. It kind of depends on the situation.
This is what happens, not super often, but like every so often this happens though. They just kill the ward, and then they do their blue side.
That's fine
and they do
because
their
you're gonna
normal
walk to his
clear,
red side. That's what I'm telling you. If you do your blue
like
buff,
right away.
if you do your blue buff, no, you do your blue buff, and then you immediately walk to his red
Yeah.
side. He's not going to be able to get there in time. He's going to be doing his blue side. So then you take his raptors, and then after you take his raptors, you take his Krugs. You don't take the red buff usually. It depends on the situation. You can kind of read it. Like maybe you do see the Pantheon and you know that you can do his red buff. Most of the time, you just do his raptors and his Krugs. Then you go back to your blue side. You're probably going to reset after that. Then you're going to go to your red side. And either you lost all your red side, in which case it's not a big deal because you got 2 of his red side camps. Or he didn't take your red side, and now you're up 1,000,000 gold. Either way, it's perfectly fine. So that's generally what you would respond in that
I
situation.
mean, what about in this situation? So like, okay, you do just blue, so that might be something I wasn't doing, just
Yeah,
blue. I was maybe clearing 2 camps or something and then going to red. That's possible.
yeah.
But either way, like you do just blue, and then you think I can completely clear his red side before he comes
No, I think you can do
probably,
his
right?
raptors and his Krugs, because if he goes to his blue, he's going to go to his blue
Oh,
side after looking at your red
gotcha.
side. So you do his raptors. You can
Skip
easily do
red.
his raptors before he ever clears blue, and then you do Krugs
Yeah,
because
for
then
sure.
he's gonna walk to his red, so you're gonna have enough time if you. And even then, like you
Right,
probably could
right,
sneak
right.
in the red. It's just a little close, so I just don't want to do it, especially because you don't have flash.
Okay, gotcha.
So like you can't flash on my
Yeah.
wall if you get fucked. So
And then you still have 2 scuttle crabs to get your level 5 if he's if
well,
you're
yeah,
missing
and
camp.
also the game
Yeah.
when the game becomes like sort of invade heavy and whatever, a lot of times it ends up being more based around playing around camps, because if he ends up invading you, then the camp timers are all different, and you have a lot of times where like you see him on a certain time, so you know this camp is up, so you can take that. So it's like you're gonna be less gank heavy anyways, so you don't have to hit level 5 so quick. I mean, obviously you want to hit level 5 if you can, but it's not like the end of the world if you don't. And yeah, by the time you did your blue plus his raptors and Krugs, 125 is going to be near, so maybe you do your Gromp and then you can go scuttle. And it's like, yeah, it's going to make the game weirder. Like this is obviously an abnormal situation, because even a Pantheon won't invade you, because Pantheon's not strong level 1 that much. He only has Q. He's strong like level 2. So
Yeah.
he's not going to invade you that often. But yeah, I know they will
Like I
invade
should be able to
sometimes.
beat him with Olaf, I would think. Olaf's pretty strong, but it's like he's like basically Olaf. The only thing is like you do for a much faster clear,
Yeah.
you do want to use your smite right away because you want to be at low health
Yeah.
for the rest of your clear.
No, I get what you mean.
So that's
And
the only thing is like he can lose blue buff
he
because
could
he's used his
possibly have a
smite.
weird invade happen to you. And if you're suspecting
So
an
like in a
invade,
situation like this,
yeah.
I'll just tell you what the reason why I do.
Yeah, go
So
ahead.
basically, I throw down a ward, I get to blue, so he can't. So I get control of that area right away, so I know he's not there, or he is, or he's not.
Yeah.
And then I do my normal clear safely without that, just because it's a Pantheon, and for whatever reason recently they all invade me.
And if you
They
suspect
just
the invade, the best thing to do, and everything you said is fine. Like even like I like pointed this out. This is not. It's like doing a yellow word instead of control word is not like a bad thing. This is fine. Like it's not a super big deal, you know. Like that's fine if that's really how you want to approach
yeah.
it, because it's a fucking tiny thing, and you're still gonna see
No,
them
I
with the
normally
invade.
do actually pink. I normally do
Yeah.
pink.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
normally recall. It's just
And
if
this
I
is the
think something
situation.
else is
I
gonna
get you.
happen, then I change it.
And
Yeah.
additionally, though,
Go.
if you do think you're getting invaded in your blue, hide it into the bush right away. So if you think there's a chance you're gonna get invaded, just kite it into the bush, because then it's way harder, because they have to either
sure.
ward that or whatever, and it's just harder for them to time it. So just do that as well. But yeah.
Cool. I just throw an axe, control that, then I just go to
That's all
normal
fine.
clear.
I mean, yeah, again, even though I talked about like what you can do in these situations, everything you're doing right now is fine. Like there's nothing wrong with what you're doing, obviously, at the moment. But yeah, this is basically where I would just kite it into the bush. It's just like slightly if you're at all worried about getting invaded. But and then also, do you know the random thing? Because I just say this at this point now, since it's something I found out randomly, that if you smite and you don't last hit, you actually get level 5 faster. Like you get more XP for not.
Yeah. I mean, I knew that because you posted it. I didn't really know that though. No.
I didn't know it either, and then people tried to tell me that that's not true, so then I tested it, because I already tested it, and they told me that I'm lying, and it's definitely true, and I don't know why it's true. It doesn't make sense to me, but yeah, I just always point that out now because it's a random thing.
Yeah,
to
I
get
do
level
that
5
now.
bonus. Yeah.
Like I actually like with the Mumu, it's nice to double camp. So you do that anyway. Like you smite the other side, and then it draws them to you. Like you leash them, I guess, and then you double camp. So Mumu does that, and then yeah, Shyvana does the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then Yeah. And then Olaf is I start with a smite because that's he wants to be low health.
Yeah. And so,
So
because
I
of that,
just
you should actually
so
be
it makes
smiting
sense
at
for me.
like 650. Like when you get it like one below an auto, like or one above it dying to an auto, you shouldn't smite it because you smite it at like, you know, like it was like full health, and then you're gonna heal faster.
Yeah, that's what you want as Olaf though, because you want to be low health. If you
But
smite later,
yeah, but if you smite
you gain health.
earlier, if you smite early, no, on your second smite, because your second smite you've already lost health, so then you're healing up that health and you're gonna be slower for while you're doing it. No.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Second smite.
Yeah,
Yeah,
not
for
your
sure.
first smite. Your first smite's fine. I'm talking about the second, because the second one you smited when it was
Yeah, I
full
guess
health.
I just got trigger happy or something with it.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Not a big thing. And your Krugs got invaded? I don't even know how. Like, that was weird.
Oh, because like it was my guy that did it. I don't know why he did it. It
Your
actually
guy
like
took your Krugs? Oh, I didn't even notice that. That is just weird.
what a
Um,
dick, right? I had
yeah,
to type to him really quick, like, dude, Krugs, don't take him. I need him. I
I
did it
wouldn't
quick.
really do
He
this, though.
didn't really.
You're level 4. I don't know where Pantheon is. You don't either. But it's very
Pantheon's like,
likely that he's
yeah,
going
I
to
know,
come to his blue
but
side.
it's also Pantheon, and they fuck around forever and don't bother clearing. So I just don't
Okay,
have anything to do.
yeah, pause here. Yeah, you do. So
Okay,
just
Brett,
just
I'm
pause here.
telling you,
Pause
I
here.
don't
So
think I have anything
what
to do.
what could
What do I
could
have to do?
what do you think you could do? Like apart from
Okay, so
what are the other options?
here
Just give me the options of what you could
I
do. You
could,
could do what you just did. Otherwise, what else could you do?
uh, I, I can, I could potentially go to the other crab. He may not have done it, but I don't know that. Otherwise, I can recall and just, or recall and go to the other crab
Yeah.
is an option, or I
Recall
could
and go
gank.
to the other
Right?
crab is basically your other option. You're not going to gank mid. You're never going to kill mid. You're not going to gank bot. Nobody's
Yeah,
killable bot. So you're going to either do what you did here, or you're going to recall and go top. What are the pros and cons of those, and where should Pantheon be based on the information you did have?
like before I saw him at all, or
No, when you saw his blue was up. You saw his blue was up. You were given that information at what? It was about 220, 225, right?
right,
So
right, right, right. Okay, I see where you're going. So okay, I recall, buy my shit, go to his side and take his camp.
go to what side? Top side?
Yeah,
I mean,
he,
potentially, because he started red side and it's about 230. It's possible that some of his red side is invadable. So that's an option. Yeah, that's fine. You can do that. The overall thing I want you to understand is he should almost definitely be coming bot side because he hadn't yet cleared his blue buff. Because you have that information, you're not level 5. You can't really 1v1 him until level 5. You don't have prio in mid, right? So going top side, playing Avoidant, and just getting Scuttle and playing for level 5 would make a lot more sense. And then yes, because it's right around the 230 mark, his red side
yeah.
is very likely to start respawning. And if he...
At the
But your
same
thing
time,
is...
yeah.
Your thing is like he's... What if he did do... Or what if he stays topside because Pantheons are weird?
Like at this point, I'm pretty sure he's done Scuttle because otherwise he'd be on blue already. Like if
Yeah.
I throw that axe and he's there, it means Scuttle's available. If I throw that axe and he's not there, it means he's still doing
Okay,
he's doing the crab or has
but
done the crab or whatever.
he can be here either way because it's like 230 at this point, 225.
Yeah, yeah.
So he could have done
I'm not
everything
saying
on red side and then came here, and you can't fight it because you don't have prio and because you're level 4. And then additionally, if he is currently on blue side, like he is, but he did it really late, like this is his first time clearing blue side, which you can tell because he's only level 4, and because it also was up earlier than it should be because it shouldn't be spawning till like 3 minutes if he started blue side. So you know he started red side. So you know his red side camps are going to come up soon.
Yeah,
And then you know
definitely.
that even if he did take Scuttle, he's going to be super far behind because his camps are spawning late because he's clearing them so late. So your
Yeah.
thought process here now is not gank and fight and whatever. Your thought process is just get a camp lead because this guy is very inefficient. If Pantheon gets
Yeah.
kills on ganks, he gets kills. You can't really control that. He's Pantheon, he's good ganker, but you can always get an XP and a gold lead from camp. So your only thought process here should be sneaking out camps from his inefficiency, like an invade on the red side, looking on if his raptors are up, for example, or looking if Scuttle is up as well. Because yes, Scuttle probably is taken here, but you don't know because
There'll be
he's...
something up there at least.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure he's taken. Like he should be on blue
yeah. So he's probably taken
for sure. If
Scuttle,
I
but
throw
then
that
his red
axe
side's going to be
and
respawning soon.
and he's not there,
Yeah.
then he's doing crap. If I throw that axe and he's there,
Yeah.
because I've cleared a bunch of stuff. Like
Yeah,
if
exactly.
he's he's there. He's the crab is available. But anyway,
So
uh,
do you get the overall
I
point
totally
though?
follow
Is
you down.
that this is just
100%,
risky
yeah.
and you don't? Yeah. So that's pretty much the gist of it. And you're doing a good job of inferring like where he would have been and what he would have already done. Like this is good, and so we can start the replay unless you have other
Hopefully.
questions on this.
Nah, it's good. I'm basically just thought wasting his time is my best time, but you were totally
Yeah.
right.
Well, wasting his time is
There's something
he's on
up
the
there.
side of the camps he wants to clear, and you're on the opposite side. So no, you're wasting your time because you have to recall. Then you kill your
Yeah,
Gromp
sure.
later.
There is a
kill
camp
whatever.
already up.
Yeah. And again, you knew his red side should be up, so like, and we know his Krugs just spawned. So like, again,
Yeah,
we
so
could
like I
easily-
could have got a camp for sure.
You
If
probably
I
could
just
have
throw
gotten
that
two.
axe.
You probably could have gotten two. You throw that camp, you see him there. You could even, like, I would recall, but you even could just not recall and just go straight walk there because he's not gonna follow you, and you would see him if he does. But you get the point. Yeah, it's basically just we want to be finding ways to be more efficient. And then also you should be kiting this towards the left, towards the Gromp. I mean, it's a small thing, but I'm guessing you were
Yeah,
scrolling
I
your
was
mouse.
probably yeah. I definitely can't do both.
Yeah.
Because yeah, that's normally what I do. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Going around.
Yeah, again, that's pretty nitpicky for me. It's not really a big deal.
So
And
I'm
then,
gonna
yeah, again, you should
find-
already probably go to red side.
Oh.
Like, I don't really see why we would not walk just straight to red side. Both our red side camps are up. Because again, your
Yeah.
goal here is just become unkillable and like 1v9 this game. They have a bunch of AD champions, like for example, Frozen Heart or Branduance is going to help you a lot later. Probably Frozen Heart because it's a Vayne. And like not early, probably like a fourth item, like something like that. But the point is, you are winning this game only through like becoming super fed. You're not going to win through playing around your laners who are losing already quite a bit. You're going to play around abusing the inefficiency of Pantheon. But yeah, I think that's really all that there is to
I
this
don't
early.
think I should definitely build that item more, like Frozen Heart, especially like you're right against Vayne. I definitely probably didn't do that.
Yeah, you didn't.
I might have.
Yeah.
I might have built Randuin's is typical go-to, but
I think you went Trinity defensive boots, Death Dance, Zeke's, and then I forget what else. I think you might have had Force of Nature after that. It's good to look.
How do you know? Oh, you look before.
I think I saw it
before
before.
the load
I'm
up.
pretty sure that's what I saw.
Right.
Yeah. No, I'm
Yeah, that's my
psychic.
typical.
I
Like,
can just tell.
Damage jump.
Yeah.
How do you do it?
I'll make a video on it at some point, but I don't know why
He's
your
psychic.
Urgot.
That would be really.
Why is your Urgot?
I don't know why he's awful.
But it's
I don't
good
know.
that you took this, because yeah.
I almost fucking lost it on him.
I would go
Like,
get
takes my
another wave
camps.
almost. I guess.
And then I'm taking his cans. I make no gold off of it. I don't.
And here
Anyway.
you can walk topside, by the way, and invade again because you see Pantheon. This is again like when we see a Pantheon, and at least in these types of champs, we're already expecting, especially low elo ones, they're going to be really inefficient. So you can abuse that. But instead, and I get it's a weird situation, but you could have immediately left and looked for that because again, you had his timer. Like he started killing it at 2:30, right? So like 2:40, it would have been killed. The blue buff. And are you aware of how long it takes for a camp to respawn?
Yeah, for sure. It's 140 and 230.
Yeah,
By four,
I think more like
normal.
150 for small camps, but yeah, basically. So the point is, he killed it at 240. 2 minutes 30 seconds added to that is what, like 5:10, right? And so you would have known it was coming.
Yeah. It's like, okay, just a second. Oh, this is good stuff. Like so basically, don't take the second wave. I took a bunch of waves just because he wasn't there.
The first wave was
Don't
fine
take
because
the
it was
second
crouching
wave.
under your turret, but then yeah, the second
Go
one
straight to blue.
you would just walk
Push
straight
it
to his
out,
blue.
save the turret, go to blue, and then go reset or whatever. Reset for I guess more jungle clear because I'm behind now.
Yeah, you're only really
because
playing
I
for.
played,
I mean, look at your
like,
XP. You're a level 8, he's level 7. Even though his game is going better and his team is stronger, and he probably has more kills because you have nothing in terms of kills because of the gold lead that you're getting. And you could have done this so much more because you had the chance to invade his red side, which would have gotten you again a camp lead. You could have then done this on his blue side because now his red side's not cleared, and then like he goes there and then he wastes time and you go to his blue. Like you have all this time to get a really big gold lead and just play super selfishly, and instead you're kind of just only getting the basic amount of gold that's available that you would get if you're playing against a normal jungler when you're playing against someone being this inefficient. So you just have a lot of opportunities to take free gold basically. And I like that you're thinking like, this is what I mean. Like when I'm playing into these inefficient players, I'll sometimes just walk into their jungle and see if it's up. because yeah, he didn't clear his blue side very fast. He's always super inefficient. This is exactly what you should have been doing earlier on. This is perfect.
Yeah, for sure. I think that that's normally something I would do.
Yeah.
It messes me up too much to have the ergot not there.
No, I
So
get it. It
basically, the
was.
ergot not being there, I'm spending way too much time in lane,
Well, but there's
and
even the
now I
time
see my
before
cancer.
that where you did like the blue side play. We talked about it like 2 minutes. So it's like, again, you're doing kind of the same problem even earlier, even without the ergot. But yes, the ergot made
I'm
it
not
more
saying you're
awkward.
wrong. I'm just like
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just saying like what I have to. I'm
No,
just kind
I
of
know.
talking to myself to like figure it out. I'm
I
just
know what you mean.
basically I feel like I really need to get back to camps because my camp's responding,
Yeah.
and that's why I do not invade his blue.
And
But
killing the
I
enemy
should
camps
definitely
is
should.
twice as valuable as killing yours because you're denying it from them. So like it's instead of getting 150 gold value,
Yeah,
you
for
get
sure.
300 gold value basically because you deny them. So generally we care about that more. Obviously I don't want you invading for no reason, but again you saw him, you knew where he was, so that's why. But
Yeah,
you get the overall point. You're figuring out what you should have been
like
doing.
normally I do that.
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
it's just the only reason is it just like my sort of like subconscious tempo is telling me get to your camps, get to your camps, get out of this lane,
And then again, the
which is
same
like
thing is probably true here because again, what the blue buff was probably killed around 6 minutes ish, so the blue side's probably coming from him again, and you see him there, you should be walking to his blue side right after this.
yeah,
You
I
should be scrolling to your map and
probably
seeing if he
did.
has blue under him because you don't know that, but then you scroll and you see,
I don't know.
and then yeah, so here you should check his gromp because his gromp is probably up because it spawns 40 seconds earlier again in terms of timers. So just because his blue isn't up doesn't mean his gromp is not
Yeah,
also up, especially if he didn't have a blue circle under him because the thing then would be coming up soon. And so checking those types of things again is kind of
yeah.
what you'd like to do.
I,
But again,
I can't tell you if I did, but I probably would have checked that. It's
yeah,
like
yeah.
whenever junglers are, that's not something I don't do unless I like
Mm.
it's the
And here you're
timer's
pretty low
so
on
small,
mana,
the
so it's
window.
also a bit more okay to like not do this specific invade because you do have no mana. But overall, you're pretty much doing what you should be doing in this game again. Like for the most part, you're playing largely just around your own gold. And I don't know why I guess you're trying to defend this. Actually, this is fine. Yeah, nothing wrong with this.
Yeah, no one loves their turrets. People just want to like lose their turrets.
Yeah,
I mean,
your
I guess
gold is
maybe
decent
the
this game
Vigar's
because of
okay.
that, so it's like really fine.
Yeah, at least at this time, I'm pretty sure it's. Yeah, I get that. I actually get the gold
But you can check your gold
at
by the
this
way.
point in
You
the game.
in the bottom middle area. Yeah, you do.
No, I just mean like I just don't like last time you pointed out that I was like I did this gank. I get the gank, and then I just pushed the wave right away.
Yeah.
But then we didn't realize how much gold I was actually like losing for my team. It's like it's actually like 60%.
Oh,
We
well, that
discovered
was
that
because
last
you
game.
did
It's
it
like
early game when the wave was fine for your teammate. That was a different situation because the wave in that
yeah,
situation,
exactly.
your teammate could have gotten it, but this is later on in the game and your teammates can't get it. You need to be resetting.
Yeah,
By the
yeah,
way.
yeah.
You have 4,000 gold to spend and dragon spawning in 25 seconds. So this is what we need to understand when there's a difference between being overly efficient or like being efficient and just like being obsessive about every small amount of gold. Like you're so weak here. All you have is Trinity Force and brown boots. So you have 3,700 gold
That's
spent.
true.
This is a troll play.
But I'm still Olaf.
It worked, but it is a really troll play.
I'm still
And
Olaf, though. I'm really strong.
you're
I can
not
go a
strong
little
here, no.
longer.
Like you're not strong there at all. They just
I'm not as
ran
strong
it
as I
down
could
into
be.
you. You know, you're not even strong relative to the enemy. You're weak relative to the enemy. You have like no gold spent. This is just purely lucky that they didn't just fuck you there. Like it is completely just lucky. You should be resetting
Yeah.
30 seconds
I
before
mean,
the objective,
yes,
spend your gold. Like you could get a death dance plus full defensive boots and maybe even a gargoyle at that point. Like you would just be able to do what you just did, but 100% of the time instead of 20% of the time. That play that you just made works out 20% of the time. You just got the 20% this time because they ran it down into you and gave you a completely free angle to fight them.
Yeah.
But invading them at that
Fair
point when
enough.
you know they're going to be
But
there when you're that weak, it doesn't make sense.
I can do that a little bit longer, more often with Olaf because
Oh yeah. I mean, Olaf is going to get away with that
he's
stuff more
just
often, for sure.
he's got no CC, but he can kind of just
Yeah,
run through
suddenly
everybody.
ulted, that's funny.
Yeah, I did that. I fucking every so often I do that. Like
I'd just be
like,
going to
ignore
my
these
other
tricks and
camp
do
by the
all-
way right now. Like you just have a red side camp up. You don't really have a reason not to just be like farming it. You don't have anything you're doing here. You're just sitting here with the rest of your team. You know,
Yeah.
it's like might as well just be getting that. And again, controlling the mid wave more so than just walking into Baron and just kind of, you know, like you're not the one starting this, but you're also kind of just like not helping set up through mid, and then your team just loses mid. So We need to be a lot more aware of setting
Yeah.
up through mid lane around this Baron timer, like during really any objective, helping our team set up through mid lane, even if it's just hovering there. Instead, again, you went through the opposite side, like from the bottom
Yeah, it
lane,
was
and it
awful.
made it really awkward. And then,
That's super bad play. Like I didn't want to do Baron. I just wanted to like control the area, but
yeah.
like, yeah,
Well, and your
no
team
one
was
controlled
around there,
my
and you
stuff.
didn't even really like walk there in time too, like when it was being taken. Which again, your teammates
No, I
shouldn't be
didn't. That was
starting it,
I
but
don't.
you still can
I
walk
actually
there.
we were yeah. Like I was surprised they actually started it because we didn't start it,
Yeah.
and then we did. It made no sense to start it when mid was gone.
No, but
So
you can
I
focus
didn't
the fight
realize they had
around
actually.
there. Like, it's not just about, like, I'm not wanting you to hit it. I want you to go fight around there so that they don't just steal it. But, like, you just let Pantheon walk in and just steal it for free. I mean, you probably ulted in because I couldn't see on the screen. But, like, you just let them all
Yeah,
walk in and just go and
yeah,
steal
yeah,
it
for
when you
sure.
could just be running at them and forcing a fight. And again, setting up through the midway. Like, the big thing that you need to understand from these types of situations is just
Push mid,
help your
get
team push
prio,
out the waves, yeah, to then rotate into the
Baron.
objective.
Yeah, for sure. But that's it, right? Push mid, get prio, control Baron.
Yeah, control the bushes around Baron, that type of thing, wherever around the Baron that you can. I just push mid here, yeah, but you do eventually. So yeah, really your biggest
Cool.
things are just identifying when the enemy are being inefficient and using that to
Yeah,
get
I
a
don't know why I
gold, like,
didn't do that.
yeah, to get a camp lead, and then setting up with waves for these objectives. And yeah, I don't mind you looking here, because again, the Baron's pretty much expiring. And you know this guy's pretty inefficient, so you are very strong. And again, you should just be able to run at them throughout the rest of kind of these fights. There's a wave there you should be getting at, but because you have nothing
Yeah,
else
yeah,
to do.
right.
But again, it's like not a
Yep.
big deal. But yeah, those two things are kind of the biggest deals. You're definitely more efficient than like last time, and getting a lot better at that. And that's why you've improved and whatever. But yeah, you work on these couple things, because this is a bit of a weirder game playing into Pantheons, but you do play into a lot of, especially in lower ranks, Pantheons and Lee Sins and whatever, who just gank 24/7. And then this, you don't really need to go for this objective, so you probably should just be trying to make a play bot right now, because they're probably going to be top, because you know it's red spawning, and so you can set up a play bot and find a pick if someone's, for example, pushing that. You don't
Okay.
really care about this objective, because, you know, it's not soul, so it just doesn't matter. So helping your team push a bot and then getting a potential gold lead, whether it's invading blue side if it's up, or getting a turret, it's going to be more valuable than this. And then you could still come to this fight late if something happens. So like that Vayne right now, for example, if you encourage your team to go there and you ping to attack the turret, that Vayne very likely dies. If none of your teammates follow, then you can just go follow them to Dragon. But that play would be a much more common play to work, to pick off someone on the side lane when you know their jungler is going to be on the other side, and all of that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
and again,
cool,
you
cool.
shouldn't really be
I
concerned
definitely
with the
need
objective.
somebody.
Like, you're literally just playing for the fight here. Like, this just doesn't matter, you know?
And we lose turret for sure over that. I don't remember actually super well, but I'm
And then
sure
you
we
should
lose
be
turret.
hitting the Aesol,
But
not the Braum, but...
yeah, I basically probably yeah I would that'd be my target priority. But I change targets if I think if the other guy is escaping. I basically want to keep my ult as long as I keep attacking something.
Yeah,
My
no, of
ult lasts
course. Yeah.
literally forever. So I changed to the tank for a while until
The problem is just that
the
Aesol can run through you there. Like, obviously, this
yeah,
is
it's true.
fine to hit the front line. Olaf is good because he can hit
But
front
he
line
was
and...
running away. I don't
Yeah,
okay, I feel
but you
want
can
to
just
remember the
wait for
fight. But
him to
basically
flash.
I need to switch to a tank to keep my
Yeah.
ult, and then I can switch back to the carry as soon as they re-engage me.
Yeah.
And that's generally the way I play Olaf, just so I keep my ult. That's the most important thing, is to keep your ult.
Yeah, of course. Good here too. Reset, pretty much. I mean, I don't mind pushing bot wave and then resetting, but it's mostly important to reset and then get on the map to push with this Baron. Like, this gold doesn't really matter to you that much. More getting on the map quicker with the Baron. So you just reset, you go take your blue buff, and then you just push. Like, we don't need to take this unless you had like an item. Maybe you're like, maybe that was getting you, it wasn't getting you an item because you had 900 extra gold. So yeah, it didn't really matter. But obviously if you're gonna like get an item off it, then it's fine. And at this point, you're mostly just wanting to push out mid and then hover whichever side your stronger people are on, which is probably gonna be top side here.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't remember what I did at all.
Yeah, like it doesn't really do much to like hover mid and show yourself like this. You more want to be
Yeah.
around the bush side. Like you could be in the top, like the mid top bush right now, like for free. And
Yeah.
then the enemy can't walk up like this. Instead, they're kind of just able to walk up, and you're going into your farming camps. And again, like this isn't really that valuable. You're trying to get the tier
Right.
2 turrets.
I got my stuff, right?
Yeah, and now,
Yeah,
now you
yeah,
guys
yeah.
are just kind of A-ramming, and you're stuck here. So
Yeah.
you're just showing yourself in mid a lot when you're just not, obviously a very good champion in mid
I
lane.
got confused and I thought I was an emerald.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, master is basically emerald. There's not much difference. So I understand. Um,
Shut up. Mr. Sovereign.
yeah, I'm just
Rank
cocky.
1.
It is what it is. But again, could be pushing outside as well. Probably like our team all kind of came to mid.
Yeah.
A lot of times when I'm jungle, if my team just comes to mid, they'll just push outside. You could just walk top probably. We don't really
Yeah,
need
yeah,
to
for
sit
sure.
mid here. Like
I
it's,
usually like
yeah.
doing that actually. Olaf's really. I'm really liking side laning and split pushing with him because like you can't kill him. You just as long as you have an
Yeah.
ult and a ghost, like, it's impossible.
Hmm.
Like either A, you just kill the other person if he's side lane, or B, which often works, or B, you just run away and there's no way they can get you. You're perfectly safe.
Yeah. And at this point, yeah, I mean, your
I
only
think I
goal is
should have
the
done
Elder
that.
now, so you just reset, you probably grab your red, and then you go Elder. But yeah, again, like the
Yeah,
fact that you have mid prow
probably.
here also like doesn't do as much because usually having side lane inhibs taken is a lot more valuable for this type of dragon because the enemy can pretty easily still clear mid. So the fact you have an inhib doesn't do much for the Elder, which is why it wasn't like super valuable. But again, you get that. Yeah, setting up for this is fine. And then just understanding your target power fights. Because again, like the fact that you don't have Frozen Heart here means that they can melt through you pretty hard. And it kind of makes it
Yeah,
hard. So
I definitely should have taken that item. I should probably like rethink some items. Sometimes I just still auto buy.
mhm.
I mostly think of it, but then anyway.
Yeah, and that's fine.
Uh,
And not the end of the world. You're still pretty strong here. Like again, you just probably run at someone like Pantheon or Ashe or Acel. Like running at Vayne is a little hard,
yeah,
but
yeah, Vayne. It'd be probably Ashe or
yeah,
I
that's
would.
why
I
you
would
don't want to
definitely
hit this
want
Braum
Ashe.
here. Like you're hitting Braum way too much when Pantheon is not going to run away from
Yeah,
you either. And like he's not like Acel where Acel could have possibly ran away. And then Pantheon's way more damage onto you and a way more valuable target. So again,
yeah.
you're Olaf, and so a lot of
Pantheon's
times
a good.
like you just run at everyone and they'll all either die or not die. But again, in
Yeah,
that fight, you definitely want to worry about your target power a bit more, especially on the champion like Pantheon, because he can't run away from you still. Very easy
yeah,
to kill and a lot
absolutely.
more
And
damage
with
on
like
you.
the true damage, like goes right through him.
What do you mean goes right through him? Like just does a lot of
Oh, it
damage to
just
him, or
like he can't block it.
well, doesn't
I don't
he
think he can
block?
block
I
it.
think he blocks your true damage with his shield still.
I think it's physical only. I'm not 100% sure, but it doesn't
No,
seem
his
like
shield
he
is
blocks it.
definitely everything. Definitely not just true damage.
Yeah.
True damage just goes through resistances or like stuff like that. It doesn't do anything with going
It's
through
like
his
maybe I
shield.
get the side of him, and then
Well, if you go
it
if you go
affects.
behind Pantheon when he has a shield up, everything damages him.
Yeah,
If you
yeah,
hit
yeah.
him
Okay,
in
that's
front,
that's probably what it is.
yeah.
Like that's probably what I'm thinking. I just know that I hit him. I hurt him when I fight him, and he has shield. And it's basically it works pretty good with Olaf because like he combos and he slows, and then it doesn't matter if he slows or stuns with Olaf. He just
Yeah,
walks
of
through all
course.
that. You just walk to the back side of him. Like you throw your axe, and it's just that's where you go is the back side of him,
Yeah.
and then you're true damaging, axing, true damaging, axing, and it. I don't even really have to think of it. It just yeah,
Mm.
it just auto counters him,
Yeah.
just
And
like the
again,
way he
I will
normally
reset and go
plays.
top here. Like again, this is the thing where you're just gonna go bot with all your team. Hopefully you don't, or you could even take that TP thing to top. But I want you one
Yeah,
on top with your team here, or away from your team rather, just getting pushed, because you guys are just going to naturally win if you just push the sides. But instead, again, you're just right back here in mid lane, and you just don't do anything. And you've already got
yeah,
an inhib too, so you really have nothing that you're getting out of this, unless you're able to just straight up run them down, which is possible. But they have Acel wave clear. They have Braum
yep.
shield. They have a lot of ways to stop
Go,
this, and
go,
you're
go.
just sitting here. So I think your biggest thing for, and
I
this is, it
don't
makes sense
remember what I
because,
was thinking. I was probably thinking like I just want to be around for the team fight.
well, usually
Uh,
it's anxiety that your teammates will die if you're not there. But
yeah,
if your
yeah,
teammates do die, you're not going to lose. There's no Elder or Baron up. So the worst case
yeah,
scenario is that your teammate, one or two of them die. You push outside lane, you get a turret, you get pressure, and then yes, maybe you don't
Yeah.
end because your teammates really end. But even with one of your teammates dead with Elder and Baron, now you only have Baron, but you had Elder, you're just gonna win. It doesn't matter. Even if one of them was dead, you're a 5-item.
What I'm doing now makes sense, right?
Yeah,
like,
this is what you would
at
have
this
wanted
point,
to
like,
do a lot earlier, because what you could have then done is like you could have done this and then gone top, but now you're stuck only pushing this out. And luckily, obviously, you're pretty strong, so like you're gonna win fights if you come. But it does, yeah, it is kind of messy, and you can see that.
Yeah, I probably got here. I don't remember. But...
Looks like your team kind of clutches up. The Veigar damage was crazy, so it still worked out. But again, you can see how this definitely is the type of game that
it only worked out for the Guardian Angel, though.
Yeah, because you're really fed. Well, if you had Frozen Heart, it actually would have worked out better because you would have taken less damage, so it would have been like not a problem.
Probably just win here. Yeah.
But
Cool.
yeah, no, you win there. I mean, so yeah, you can go to your build. You can just show it on the end screen, so we can talk about it. But basically, I mean, I'm assuming Trinity, Death, and Zeke's is what you're going, and then you're gonna want MR after that because you don't want Aesol to fuck you. So Force of Nature's fine. Frozen Heart 5th is really just like what is important there instead of the Guardian Angel.
Yeah, gotcha.
Else is pretty fine. So,
yeah, for sure.
Do you have any questions about anything we talked about? Or?
No.
Okay.
No, that's good. Oh, send it. Yeah, I ended up fighting that guy a couple times. The Pantheon. Yeah. Okay, cool. So yeah, you got the build spot on. So I mean, the Guardian Angel definitely revived me, kept me alive at the end, but it might have just been straight up able to kill the Vayne with Frozen Heart.
Well, Frozen Heart just would have made you die less because they would auto attack you way less, so you just would take way less damage. So you wouldn't die there and at all. But yeah, like you wouldn't ever get to 0 where you get to 0 with the GA and it's fine.
Yeah.
Again, it's not a big thing. It's just something to point out. But yeah.
Okay. Okay, I'll just basically only have a Mumu games left. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Well, your bottom
so
one is Shyvana, no? If you're wanting
it is
to
a
watch
Shyvana
that.
game.
Obviously, I'm down for whatever.
I don't remember this. This is like the last thing. Don't remember this game at all. Let me see. Oh yeah, okay, Matthew Pad. This one. Okay. Do I want to show this one? I think it's just like we got extremely run down on the side lanes and couldn't do anything. I could show this one.
Okay.
It's, I probably make loads of mistakes. I don't totally remember it, but
your bot lane electrocute Nautilus support. That's funny. Wonder if he's gonna go AP.
Yeah.
I didn't look at his build.
I don't know. They fuck it up the whole game now. It's basically we couldn't make any plays on the side lanes with the Twisted Fate, is how I remember this going. And so because we couldn't do that, he was useless and I couldn't scale enough is what I remember. And then individual mistakes, I mean, I don't know. That's why you're here. I don't know what they are.
Yeah, well, the game was also...
I know why we lost as a team.
This one... do this again, I don't know why you would think Gwen was going to invade you, so I don't know what the thought process would be if you just do this every game now.
I do this, like, fairly often.
Okay.
I don't know why I did
also,
it.
If you want to change the Fog War thing, if you remember the...
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like it's not the end of the world, but the problem is then you can't get sweeper, and then you can't find a gank the first time around, and to me that's a lot more important than, like, I don't really see any value from it when you're without the threat of an invade.
Oh, Gwen, right. I was against Gwen, so this is my thought process. So Gwen's slow. I'm gonna be able to out jungle her. I can throw a ward into the blue side and maybe take a camp. Or at least, like, know if she's there and double scuttle or something. You can already know if
she's there. When you go here, you just hit the Scryer's Boom, and then you'll already know which side she's
Yeah, that's true.
So.
But I'll know after I do a full clear as well.
So
And
you're
plus, I
wanting to
don't.
take wards throughout the game instead of sweeper because you value invading them more than
Yeah.
not being spotted on a ward.
Well, I might switch it up, but like before Shyvana gets level 5, she's like really bad,
Yeah.
like really bad. Like she's super weak and she just can't gank anything. So basically, to me personally, it's really important to get level 5 and do it as safely as possible and just like scale, scale, scale.
Okay,
So
but
the
what's
the
safer
wards,
about having wards? I don't understand this.
because I can throw a ward and know where they are.
But again, we talked about it. You can already know where she is if you Scryer's Bloom. Like if you click their
Yeah,
finger on their raptors, because it will tell you, like if she
I'm just a
started,
little. If we do that, I'm just a little slower on the clear, so I might lose the crab and I don't get level 5.
it's like
So
2 seconds. It's like 2 seconds. It's very
yeah.
unlikely to actually. Also, this is good that you're doing this here, by the way. I just want to point that out because we talked about it before, where it was bad that you did it. This time it's good because you can deny them gold.
I
But
was having like a mental struggle there. I'm like, you were in
yeah,
my brain. You're saying, do I clear it? Do I not clear it?
yeah, it's fine. Because and then here,
It's
yeah,
like
I would
it's
just
just a few.
reset. I don't really know why you're like looking for invade here when you're
That's
half
why I
health.
guess.
You don't know if they, because again, you don't have super, so you don't know if they have vision of you. So things like this can happen as well. Then you have to use your ult. You don't know where Gwen is. You didn't even know that this was
Yeah.
up. Like you didn't know that that Gromp is up. You just guessed, and it turns out that it was. But it's overly risky for no reason when your game is going great. Like you got a kill. You're hitting level 5. You can reset. You can get your items. You don't need to force these random things when you don't have a specific reason to. You didn't know where Gwen was. You didn't have information that our camps were up. You just went and checked when you didn't need to, because again, you're just in a lot of danger there. So it just made you basically
Gotcha.
lose a cooldown.
I mean,
made you stay on the
basically,
field. Yeah, what's up?
I don't think I would have done that, but I already got my gank off. We've already got the gank off before level 5. So now I have a bit of time to burn with my ult, which means it's a guaranteed escape. And I get to throw a ward down there and I get some vision. I know where she is, and I can do a future invade now a little bit easier with that word. I could have maybe done that invade right away, but I definitely it's just a little bit easier for the second go around. I think is basically my thought process.
It's easier for the second go around. I mean, I feel like you should just know where she is based on hitting a Scryer's Bloom and then knowing where you see the word at. Like that should be the only information you need to infer where she is, basically. I don't feel like all of these extra things, like they're just unnecessarily risky. Like why would we want to lose our ult where we could possibly force a gank if a gank shows up top, for example? Or again, we don't have sweeper because of the thing earlier, so then we don't know if they know where we are. So we're just making a bunch of unnecessarily risky plays kind of just for no reason.
Okay.
I don't really see the logic behind it. I mean, I understand what you're saying, but it's just, again, it's risky and you have no information. You're just making a play like purely based on a guess, which is just not how
Well,
we want to play
basically,
this type of
I
champion.
got a kill, so now I have prio. I can invade.
Well, you got a
like,
kill, so you have prio briefly. They will respawn, and then they will be there way before your bot lane. Because your bot lane from getting that kill are low and have to recall. You're half health from it, so you don't have prio. Because by the time you actually get to Grump, they will be back and be able to contest you, which they were. That's what Janna did, and then you lost your ult because of it. So you didn't have prio, just because you got the kill. That's not always how it works. If you're making a very brief play, sure, but again, you blew way too many cooldowns, like, not just cooldowns, you lost health. Teammates are on, right? So, yeah, that's basically why that wouldn't really work.
I thought I would have prio is actually what I did not have prio, you're right. Okay.
I mean, it makes sense why you would think that, like, that is logical.
But basically, okay, so, like, a recap is basically push that lane out, deny our minions to the tower, reset right away.
Yeah, and just go top, because your top camps are already pretty much coming up. So
go top. Yeah, definitely. Because I got that. Actually, definitely. I would have for sure gotten that camp for free. Whereas I waited, I did the thing, and did not get the camp for free. I ended up dying for it, which didn't set me back too much in the jungle.
Oh, the top invade, yeah, I guess, yeah. Because then the top
invade, I would have got the top invade for free.
Yeah, because if she was late on her Gromp clear like she was, then she's going to do it later, and then you're just going to be able to go to her red side first, yeah, because your match clears, and so. Because you can see, yeah, at this point, it is good that you notice that she's really slow on all of her clears, so you're just looking for these invades because she was behind in tempo.
I can throw the ward safely there, which is really another reason why I like the wards. I could throw the ward there and I can do this invade safely. and like really, really safely because I have my alt and flash. Like they'll never kill me. It's impossible.
If you prefer
Without
wards
the
on
ward, it's a
champions, like,
little.
you misclick your ult a lot. I don't know if your ult is in the wrong place, but you've done it 3 times, which is funny. Like 2 with
Well, I
Olaf.
did that one on purpose though. I'm like,
Why?
I needed to give Talon something to talk about in our next coaching
Oh,
session.
right, right.
Is
I thought you were
definitely what
being
I was
serious
thinking
at
when I did
first.
that.
You were like really like doing that on purpose, and I was like, why the fuck would you do that on purpose? But that's funny. I was gonna say, I forgot what
Aha,
I
I
was gonna say now.
see.
But
So I control you very easily,
yeah,
is
yeah,
what you're saying.
basically.
You take me seriously all the time.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
I'm not used to
Um,
Canadian humor, see. Haha.
that's funny.
Advantage, man.
And yeah, going in
Alright.
mid here is fine. I would just get all your camps at this point. Like, you don't need to rush, because you also want to get your ult, so I would be clearing just everything before contesting
Yeah.
anything.
You think maybe I should just change the location of my ult a little bit? Like the
Yeah,
button
that's
location? Maybe I should do that, eh?
if it is something you misclick, you should very rarely misclick your ult. I've done it, it happens to everyone, but if you're doing it 3 times in 2 games, that's probably
Uh,
not good.
yeah.
And then yeah, I mean it's kind of fine that you notice that you should leave. I don't really know if we need to ult back in. I guess it works out. I guess it's fine.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
you're
I'm just
fine.
more powerful. I can get kills and chase down easier.
Oh, that's fine. And you look for the invade after.
I
Okay.
probably would have. I don't. I'm just useless without it. Is basically what it comes down to. So like,
Yeah.
I don't know if we probably would have got the kill, I guess, because she
No, I
did
think you
stick
played
around
it
for a long
fine.
time.
I think you played it fine, honestly. There's not really anything too wrong with that. And you flashed out quickly instead of like trying to get too greedy for the scuttle. Like it's good that you didn't just read that for no reason. Again, I think the main issue in your early games is just not properly tracking jungle. So then you're in a situation where you're either not realizing that he's super inefficient,
Yeah.
you can invade like the first
So
game.
basically,
Yeah.
yeah, like I feel like I'm good at tracking jungle, but like I'm not good at tracking jungle if I don't blow the thing that whatever that's called that provides vision
Yeah, the
on that
Scryer's
first
Bloom.
clear.
But it's that.
Yeah, I
again,
just find it's
again,
really
it's the
slower with
decision-making.
Shyvana.
What
Like
did you say?
with a Mumu, I will always blow it because
Yeah.
it basically takes no time, like literally a second
Yeah.
extra. Shyvana, I just find it's slower though. She's like quite a bit slower.
It should be
It's
like
like I
3
think it's more than two.
seconds.
I'll just do it anyway. I'll see. Like I should be able to finish the first clear in like minute 40 with
Yeah.
Shyvana. I just feel like it's like a minute 45 at least.
That's
If
fine.
I do it,
That doesn't really change a lot. Like what's more important is because
We're-
if you don't get if you know that he's going scuttle at 145, which you should know because if you see his blue is up, he's going scuttle on bot. If you see his blue's not up when you blow the Scryer's Bloom, if you start blue side, then you know he's gonna go top scuttle because he started blue.
yeah.
So if you don't think you can contest bot scuttle, you recall and you go top. If you know he's going there, and that's all, and
Yeah.
that's fine. There's no issue. So it
Okay.
doesn't really matter.
Even if it's the extra 5 seconds on the clear,
Yeah, because you
blow
just
the
get
thing,
the information
get
about
the
PvP
info.
play. Because there's still going to be times where you're 140 and then they contest and then you lose it because you're not level 5 because you're still not going to be level 5 there and they're going to contest it. That 5 extra seconds is usually not going to be the difference between whether or not you get it or don't get it. But there are going to be times where because you don't have the information and you go there, you lose it and then that makes your game actually go bad. So
I usually just try to figure it out some other way.
the problem
like
is
where
you're just
they
making
are.
too many inferences and not enough guaranteed plays in situations where there's no reason for you to force unnecessary things. Because again, the thing is, the Olaf game, you had enough information to make more invades than you did. This game, you didn't have enough information and still tried to make those invades early, which was a problem. And then later on, a lot of your invades are good, like even, for example, what you're doing right now, because you're noticing that he's very inefficient. But like at the 230 mark, again, you didn't have that information, and you still went for that. When again, if that was the case that he was being inefficient, then you just being naturally efficient is going to mean that you're going to win this game really easily anyways. So, and then you just force obviously too far here. I don't think there's too much to talk about. That was a good flash though.
Yeah.
To avoid
Thanks.
the poppy thing.
I did that one for you.
Yeah.
I'm like, Talon's gonna like compliment me on this really good flash, so I'll do it.
Yeah, even if you're inting before, just because, why not? It's respectable. Yeah, everything else is fine here. I don't know what you're building, probably in Trinity Death Dance or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, Trinity Death Dance,
You go
Wit's
with
End,
third, yeah.
with the core. Like the speed, attack speed on her is really good. Death Dance just gives like, well, you know,
Yeah.
everyone builds it. It's like you have to.
And unfortunately,
So
they
I
do
thought it
move
was,
through you pretty hard here. Like, this is kind of a hard comp to play into. Um,
yeah, yeah. Gwen does more damage than you think, even though I'm pretty sure I'm quite a bit above her. I got
yeah.
8-8. She's got like, yeah, I got like
Okay, you
full.
ulted again for no reason. I mean, this is pretty big problem because now you don't have your ult really for Dragon. I mean, you'll be up for a little bit. Your teammate's kind of already killed, and then you just ulted. You didn't misclick this. I think you just ulted late. Um,
Yeah. I just rewound, so I
yeah,
did. I was looking at gold. I didn't see it.
yeah. That was a bit.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't. Your ults are
I
odd,
definitely misclicked
but
that.
yeah,
There's no
maybe.
way I did that on purpose. I
Um,
mean, I don't remember the game well enough.
yeah,
It's been
yeah.
a while. There's no way I would have altered that on purpose. That's definitely a misclick.
Either way, it's
There was no one
probably
there.
not the end of the world because the Gwen is dead, but you might not be able to contest because your Twisted Fate's not here.
Probably, I probably doing more on Shyvana because I'm trying to like, you have that the third ability shoots the fireball thing.
Yeah.
I'm trying to scroll it in that direction
Mm-hmm.
to kill creeps. I'm probably doing more because of that.
And yeah, you can't really fight this because your Twisted Fate's not there, and he's kind of your strongest person. That's kind of why and you don't have ult. So yeah, I mean, you did a good job pushing mid because you actually like valued pushing that mid and setting up through that, but you couldn't really go on the fight because your teammates aren't, or your strong teammate wasn't there. So that's basically just why this fight goes bad. Because I think even if you had ult, you probably wouldn't win that. So.
Da, da, da. Yeah, they're doing Baron now.
Yeah, I mean,
They're
it's pretty
setting
much
up for
just,
Baron at least.
there's not a lot you can do about this.
I think I did that to try to steal and
I
push
don't
him off,
really
try to
mind
kill,
this.
steal, whatever.
I don't mind what you did here. I mean, it's fine to try to go for the steal in this type of situation. It's kind of a rough
I had no
situation.
vision, so
Yeah.
I mean, I timed it. I couldn't time it right, but I was hoping when I did do it, I was pretty sure I was hoping the debuff would weaken the brand enough to kill him, and then I could go for the steal again after, or like push them off a little bit or whatever.
Yeah, I mean,
Either way, I
it's
felt like I
fine.
was committed.
Because you're going to respawn by the time you really need to defend and can't really control the fact that your team wasn't there. But, yeah. No, yeah, I mean, again, that's just like early game. This is the main problem. Later on in the game, like this, you fighting Dragon without your Twisted Fate was basically the real issue. Like going there without your, pretty much your only strong member. So that's kind of just what it made this not go great. Obviously, getting the ult thing, but it's just like those two things. The stuff we talked about from last game. Overall, you're mostly understanding what you should. Again, setting up quicker for objectives like the last game, resetting before the dragon, instead of looking for a random invade. And then kind of, again, you obsess over farm when it no longer matters as much, like later on in that game. Again, I'm just reiterating the points because there's not much else to talk about here. But you just kind of set up, or you like continue to force or farm camps when you're not getting any stronger from it, and there's an objective soon, or the game's about to end because like Elder is spawning or Baron spawning, and there's just not a reason to
Like farm
validate
those
the
last
farm.
camps, just
Yeah.
get on it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're definitely right. I
You should
kind of
follow
know
your
it too. I just it's a weird reflex
Well, there's a lot of
to
things
not
that you've
do
done
it.
throughout this that you tell me I know them, and then you're not doing them. So that happens. Nobody does. Like, I do plenty of things that I shouldn't, even though I know I shouldn't. But a lot of times that relates to like lack of focus during the actual game. Because when you watch this in hindsight, a lot of the things are pretty easy for you to kind of notice. So I don't know specifically what that is. Obviously, I can't necessarily control how you're
If I
focused in the game, but
Yeah, it's like probably I think this is like one of the last games of like a long day.
yeah,
I don't I think I had too many games on me on this particular game. This is probably why I was ulting
yeah,
so often. I'm just like, because yeah, focus. That's what I suspect. I don't. It's been long enough that I don't really remember though,
yeah.
for sure.
How many games have you played this season? Do you know overall?
I think 400 and some ranked, like probably 450-ish, probably and more than that in normal.
What should you be thinking
Like
right now, by the way, in this game?
it is Baron. Push out, push out mid. Try to get out.
Yeah, you
Uh,
pretty much just try to sneak the Baron as
Set
the
up for
dragon.
Baron.
Like, hope that they go dragon.
Yeah,
They try to get soul, and you just sneak the Baron.
yeah,
That's the only way you're gonna win at this point. So, you pushing out bot, for example, wasn't super valuable in that. Like, you should just pretty much be only valuing that. At this point, I'd even just fucking
yeah.
walk past and just hope my teammates wave clear here. That's the only way we're gonna win. Like, I'm not really gonna do much here. I don't know why you want to follow Aurora so much. I don't know what it is about her that you like so much instead of following your champion. But you keep stop clicking on Aurora. The left side. Click the bro.
Oh, okay, okay. I don't know.
It doesn't matter. But again, you could have just walked, like, you ulted in and tried to fight them here. You're never gonna win the game through this. Like, this is not going to lead you winning the game. The only way you win this game is if you're allowed to sneak Baron and the enemy just get distracted. So you just use
Yeah,
sweeper up
cool,
to there.
cool.
You just hope that your teammates, you know, wave clear. Obviously, you're probably gonna
Yeah,
lose, but that's fine. Like, you're already in such a losing position. It's just better to make this kind of risky play. Um,
yeah. Cool, cool. That's good to know. I'll definitely like that'll switch my game
And that's the thing that's
in
common
future
in a
games.
lot of situations is like Baron and Dragon are spawning at the same time, and you know that you're behind and you can't contest Dragon. You try to use it as like a bait,
Yeah,
because people often do fall for that. Funnily enough, your Twisted Fate
yeah,
got triple kill, but
yeah. He's a good player.
I would pretty much just
Like
sit
I'm
here and
duo
flip
with him
this.
actually.
Oh, you're duo with them, gotcha. Yeah, you should just flip this. Like, I just ult onto it and just fucking start hitting it. Like, I don't care if you lose it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should be ulting it.
Okay.
Just you do as much damage as possible to it. You're not going to use your ult to fight. So now you're just going to clear this way slower and be less tanky killing it.
Yeah.
And I don't think it would have mattered. I'm pretty sure you still would lose this, right? Again, it's not about whether or not this works. You're down a bunch of gold. Of course, most things aren't going to work. You're just trying to flip it because 3 of the enemy were dead. But now you
Yeah.
didn't do that. Your teammates kind of trolled anyway, so it, again, probably wouldn't have mattered, but...
I'm, but yeah, at this point, I mean, I'm probably not trying that hard, to be fair.
Well,
But
and
yeah,
that's kind of
rewind five
a...
minutes ago, and then or whatever, 2, 3 minutes ago, like that would have made a ton of sense to do Baron. That makes a ton of sense.
That's a
It's a
pretty
good play.
important thing, is to like be able to notice these types of avenues, because I'm sure you've had games where you're in this position the enemy are in and you somehow throw and lose, not because it's always your fault, because your teammates, or maybe you throw it, but like winning 1 of 10 of these types of games, that's going to increase your win
Yeah.
rate by a significant amount. So not giving up during these types of situations and actually still making the correct play, that is a pretty important thing. That's like, for example, say you hit 20 marks and you're 10 from Grandmaster. All you have to do is turn 5 of these games into wins. And if you play 500 games throughout the season, roughly, turning 5 of those into wins through these types of plays is completely realistic. It could be the difference between you getting like the rank you want and not. I'm gonna share my screen with you though, so let me know when you see it for the notes.
Okay.
I think it's sharing now.
Okay. I hear the noise. Let me go back into Discord. I do not see it.
You don't see it right now?
I think I see it. Yeah.
You see the notes right now, or no?
Yep.
Okay.
I got it.
Ivana and Olaf. Okay. So first thing is, you can start words. Like, I'm not gonna tell you you can't. Most people take sweeper. I think it's better, but if you really like the words, that's a pretty fine thing. It's not like a super bad thing. Respond to red side invade by doing your blue, then walking to their red side. You just asked about this. This didn't happen in the game, but you asked about it at the start. So by doing your blue and then walking to their Raptors specifically, then Krugs, usually going to be the best way. When playing against inefficient people, and again, ask if you have questions at any point with what I'm writing, but when playing against inefficient people, basically just like value camps, camp and gold leads a lot more. To hit Briar's Bloom provision, rather than needing to award. Don't guess on invades. Invade when you have. I wouldn't literally say perfect information, but you should essentially have perfect information. Meaning, like, again, you know you have prio, so you know if people respond, you're fine. You know that they don't have vision of you. That's, again, why sweeper potentially is useful. You know where the enemy jungle is, but again, you didn't know that in the second game, whereas the first game you kind of did know that. Does that make sense, though?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
We're
early
good.
game, this is really the biggest thing. Overall, your early game is pretty fine. Think a bit more about builds. Obviously, specifically, I can't type apparently. Think a bit more about builds. Frozen Heart into lots of auto attackers. Mid game set up through objectives, for objectives through mid wave a lot more. Oh, I almost forgot about how your Baron usage is probably one of your biggest problems as well. Side lane a lot more with Baron.
Yeah, cool. Maybe less with the Mumu? What do you think?
So again, it's so that's, yeah. Generally, yes. What you're doing most often as a melee jungler is not actually side laning fully. It's usually hovering like the Baron side, or not hovering the Baron side, hovering the side lane of the turret you want to take while simultaneously hovering mid. Because it doesn't do anything for you to stand in mid. You're a melee champion, like, unless you're clearing the minion wave. But usually your teammates are doing that.
Gotcha.
So you hover the two sides of where you want to go, and then you evaluate from there. Sometimes that means, okay, all my teammates are grouping mid. Now I actually walk top and I push top, whether you're a Mumu, Olaf, Shyvana. Sometimes that means my teammate's pushing top, the rest of my teammates are mid. I'll just hover here and wait for something to happen. It kind of depends.
Yeah.
So just hover with Baron. Often hover in river between side lane and mid. Do you know how to choose which side lane typically?
Well, the one that's pushed more.
The one that
Probably
has the further up turret to take. So if they have only their inhib up on bot, but they have two turrets up top, we'll probably go top.
Yeah.
So yeah, usually go for turrets. Go for side lane with more turrets up, basically. There was someone, and then generally rough goal of each Baron. So first Baron is trying to take tier 2s. Second Baron onwards inhibs / obviously end if possible. So the reason this is important is, like, I want you to pretty much think, okay, I got first Baron. What if their turrets are up? These are the ones I'm looking for. Obviously, if they have outer turrets, you're going for those. But you're pretty much trying to take tier 2s. So if that means that the only tier 2 up is mid, you're probably going to push out a side lane and then go from side lane to mid because someone's going to have to respond to side. Then you can go into mid, you play for that. Or if only the side lanes are up, you're playing more around the sides, or, you know, whatever. Just that's your rough goal, so you want to understand that so that it's a bit easier to understand what choices you should be making in regards to that. But overall, that's basically how you need to be using your Baron side lane more often, but a lot of times you're just hovering the river and side lane, or like the river in between side lane and mid, and then deciding from there. In fight, so just target priority in fights in general. Hitting melee is usually good as Olaf. Really as Shyvana most of the time too. But target damage dealer more often. Like the Pantheon example, really. The Acel example was more like it was pretty fine that you're hitting Braum, even though you should probably hit Acel. But the other one was a bigger deal. Are there any other things we talked about? I'm trying to think about what else.
No, I think it's probably, but can't really remember.
Then if you remember other things, you can DM me. Obviously, I'll just copy paste these to you. Do you have any other questions in general
Yeah,
though, or anything
that'd be
else?
perfect. Yeah, no, I did, and now I forgot it since we like went down this sort of rabbit hole of other stuff. But I'll just message you.
Yeah, you can message me at
Um,
any point.
yeah,
Okay,
cool.
then I'll see you later. Good luck.
All right, cheers, dude.